before the world map is brought up, Clive is 145 yards away from his objective. And then the world map is brought up and they fast travel to the southern town of Dravost in Dhalmekia, and that brings them 1,485 yards away from the same objective, meaning this is in the same open area. Very impressive, because we know that because Koji Fox and Yoshi P said that this open area is 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. Wow. Just what does that mean, though? Let's find out, because math is a wonderful thing. Get off your ass, let's do some math. School of Rock reference right there. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, now, Koji Fox, Yoshi P, said it was 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers? What is that in yards? That's 2,187 yards. Well, we know that Clive is right here, and his objective is right there, 145 yards away. So we're going to put a marker right there. Now, we can take what we know of the objective being 1,485 yards away after the fast travel in this location here. Well, we could take 1,485 divided by 145, and that's going to give us approximately 10. Meaning we're going to duplicate that little tiny bar right there 10 times. And what do you know? It's exact in the distance needed. Wow. That is impressive. Now, we're looking for 2,187 yards, though, because we want 2 kilometers, which means we're going to add about 3 more of those little bars that equal 145, and that's going to give us approximately 2,000 yards. So let's find that square footage by taking that right there, putting it sideways and shoving it straight up. There it is right there. That is your square footage. Oh my God, your square area right there. That is covering pretty much all of Dhalmekia. That's insane to me that we're going to pretty much be having an open area exploring the entire nation. Again, this must mean it is unproportionate to the actual size of this world, of course, but man, the world map is going to be explorable as if it is an open world, pretty much like 3 mini open worlds. God, that's super exciting, right? Because they're filled with towns. As you can see, you have towns here, here, and here, and maybe one down there, and then there's a big city right here. Except, I gotta point out that I do not think you're going to explore this entire square footage. It's like every inch of it. I think it's going to be in paths, and what I mean by that, let's find out. I'm thinking that. This is what I'm thinking. I just went ahead and drew it out for you already, and you're like, whoa, that cuts the map down pretty good, but still very, very large area, because once again, this is 1,485 yards away. And the reason why I did this is I'm going with the contour of the mountains here. When Clive does spawn in, as you can see here, when Clive spawns into this area, it's going to rotate around a little bit. And you can see that, yeah, it's kind of blocked off in this little valley area here, meaning it's going to kind of funnel you in directions, and you're not going to be able to go up top and things like that. Of course, my video kind of cut out, but there it is. As you can see, it's kind of funneling you into this valley. Now we can go back to the world map once again and take a look at what I got here. Now these red areas that go to a circle, I'm calling those either stages or towns that exist outside of the open area, because this right here is actually Drake's Fang Mother Crystal. So I think that's actually going to be a stage, as you can see from that big panel event. They showed a gigantic icon, Titan Lost, coming out of that, and yeah, so that's going to be a big stage. That's going to be a big set piece right there. So I think, oh, and also when you spawn here, there's a gatekeeper and a guard, and I think it's going to be kind of like that, reminiscent of Final Fantasy XIV before you go in, and it's like, you know, you have to say you're ready to go in, and then the stage will start. That's my prediction there. And then I got you going around with the mountains there. These topographic, area here is where I'm drawing these paths. And that gives you a big, large open area here to kind of run around, explore. There's a town here. There's a path that's probably going to connect to Rosarian's large open area, but it goes underneath of a mountain or something. So coming down here, and then there's a seaport down here, and there's these gates that go around. You can even see them. They almost look like power lines. And yes, crap, somebody on YouTube pointed it out. I'm gonna get your name before this video ends, but yeah, I'm so sorry, I meant to get your name. Pointed out that these will probably separate the actual zones that you're going to explore, and at first I was like, yeah, that could be the case, but I just don't think it's going to be the entire zone here. I think we're going, because that would have been way more than 2 kilometer by 2 kilometers. This is already kind of seeping out. Anyways, so this is a seaport here that's kind of fenced off by this gate or power line, and I think you'll be able to go down there. I circled around the city. This is probably the capital of Dhalmekia, and I kind of circled around it because I think you'll go in there and then it'll be a much larger city, because if you really got technical with it, using my 145 yard bar, that means this large city would only be the length of about 4 football fields, and that just doesn't add up to me. So yeah, it's not proportionate to the cities. I think they're just trying to cram in an entire world and then allow you to go through like a little a dotted gate, and then you're into the big cities and stuff. So yeah, this is what I have. I think that is pretty impressive, and then of course it goes into the hideaway. That's one thing I didn't talk about. I still think this is so impressive. Very large open area. You get to explore all of Dhalmekia. Once again, I'm just speculating, assuming, but what do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think we're going to be actually able to just walk right into this city, and it's just going to be right in the middle of this open area? It would fall within that 2 by 2 kilometer square footage, but or square area, but it just for me, it seems like they want to make that a more grand experience. They would have to allow you to go into the city and then make it more grand.